Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. In today's video, I'm be previewing the Milwaukee Bucks season, and without further ado, let's get started. So as you guys know, the Milwaukee Bucks are fresh off of winning an NBA title, winning against the Phoenix Suns in 6 games, if I'm not wrong. They finished the season with a 46-26 record, which is actually a bit of a step back from their previous year, as in the bubble they actually finished with a 56-17 record and held the best defensive rating. However, for some reason, I think that the Bucks, they added more talent to their roster this year. I think they put more of an emphasis on, uh, you know, consistency during the regular season and not going all balls to the wall earlier on, and it paid off. They were only 10th in defensive rating, but obviously no one's gonna care about that when they win the title, and they've won the title, as you guys know, so they'll be looking to repeat, and they have every chance of doing so. Now, just a quick fun fact for you guys: the Milwaukee Bucks, the first team in NBA history to have won a conference final of both conferences. So they won in the West back more than 50 years ago when they were in that conference, and then they also won the Eastern Conference obviously last year. Feel free to check that out. I was pretty shocked when I saw that, but that's some trivia fun fact for the day. But just a quick break, guys. I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week. But I'll be making more season previews for other teams as well. So if we have any fans of other teams watching, I'll make some stuff for you guys as well. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for continuing to support me. And yeah, let's keep going. So a key part of the Bucks playoffs run was Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis was averaging 11.4 points and 7.1 rebounds in just 21 minutes a night. The 6'9" big was a pretty good shooter as well, shooting 52% from the field, a shocking 47% from three. Granted, it might not have been that high of a volume, I don't think it was. And then also 74% from the free throw line off of the bench. Now, Bobby Portis could start for most teams, as he did in New York for most of his time there. And then it was a bit of an issue where he opted out of his player option, and the Bucks could only offer a mid-level exception of 5.9 million. There were offers coming from other teams such as the Dallas Mavericks and Miami Heat. However, Bobby Portis was loyal and stuck it out with the Milwaukee Bucks, re-signing on a 2-year, $9 million contract. So he'll still be there, and he's a key part of their bench. It might sound laughable when there's a team with this much money committed to 3 players. A guy like this stepping up and fulfilling his role is really important, but I feel like I'm spoken enough about Bobby Portis, so let's move on. Now, continuing with the recap of the offseason for them, they did lose PJ Tucker and Bryn Forbes, so obviously 3-and-D wings. However, they did respond by stockpiling some 3-and-D wings. They got Grayson Allen, who can knock down some shots and give you some effort on the defensive side of the floor, and a shot creator and Rodney Hood looks to be an interesting addition. And also, George Hill will be returning to the Bucks as well, one of the best backup combo leagues despite his age. Now, Grayson Allen shot 39% from three, holding opposition guards to less than that at 38.6, and then he should be a more than capable replacement for the departing guard in Bryn. The Bucks failed to replace PJ Tucker adequately, which is a shame. They were interested in Rudy Gay, if I'm not mistaken, but obviously they were prized out of that when the Jazz offered him 2 years, 12 million, I believe. So that is it for the off-season moves. Now, the Bucks are looking to repeat, and they'll be running out with a depth chart of this. At point guard, Drew Holiday will be there, and he averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists last year. A very handy player. Then Dante DiVincenzo should be back. He was the key out for them during the playoffs, which makes their run a bit more surprising. He'll be back in. He averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists last year, contributing in many different ways, and was a key perimeter defender for them. Chris Middleton averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. He'll be their small forward. Obviously, Giannis, 2-time MVP before last season. Don't need to say too much, but obviously a very efficient and only 33 minutes a night, 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And at this point in time, the Milwaukee Bucks, have retained Brook Lopez. The stretch big will be their center, and they'll have a bench with the likes of George Hill, Pat Connaughton, Semi Ojeleye, Bobby Portis, and then also Grayson Allen and Rodney Hood as well, with the notable pieces missing being PJ Tucker and Bryn Forbes. So the Milwaukee Bucks at this point in time have 150.2 million committed in the cap, so the only way for them to get better would be trades. I think that they've got everything they need in this roster. They got Drew Holiday, who's a very good perimeter defender and can, create for himself, and also averages a fairly high amount of assists for his skill set on the offensive side of the floor. Chris Middleton is that second option, similar to what Kobe was to Shaq, obviously to a lesser degree. And then obviously Giannis, as you see, starting to develop a bit more of a mid-range game and shooting threes a bit more often to make it respectable. He's obviously going to have another big year. I'd probably say he's one of the favorites for the MVP, given he didn't win it last year, and I think that break will kind of clear up some of the voters fatigue. Sorry, will clear that up, and he'll be looking to have a big year. He can't speak, obviously you guys know the impact he has, and he'll be bringing this team back. I think that the Bucks are definitely a good chance to repeat. Now, it just depends on the health of the other teams in the Eastern Conference. I think that they are the second best team on paper. I know that the Bulls made some changes. I know Philly have been up there a bit, but I think that in terms of on paper they are the second best. Now, I wouldn't count out Brooklyn on injuries because KD obviously had a largely injury-free playoffs last year, and he's obviously very good. One step back and he would have sent the Bucks home, which poses itself as a big what if. But I think that you can't really rely on Kyrie to be healthy towards the end of the season, so that's another positive for the Bucks. In the end, this offseason they've added a lot of depth and they've put themselves in a great position to repeat. I think that any team with Giannis, Chris Middleton as the two best players is going to have a chance. They'll at least be a very good regular season team, and I believe that the Bucks can make it to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, and anything less than that will be a failure in my book. But that's the end of the video, guys. Please don't forget to comment what you guys thought. How do you think the Bucks will go? And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out.